Hi, I'm Meg from LUMOplay. Today we'll be using the Fog Reveal Motion Maker template to make an X-ray game with cute animals. This game would be a great addition to a children's hospital or clinic. To design the graphics I use in the game, I used Photoshop, but you can use GIMP, Illustrator, or any other graphic design program to make your game. If you want to use the files that I'm using in this project, you're welcome to. I provided a direct link to my project files and a direct link to the Motion Maker Fog Reveal template below the video in the description. Motion Maker templates allow you to make games and effects in different sizes and aspect ratios, and even make your games in portrait mode if you want to. For this example, I'm working in landscape mode and using the recommended resolution of 1920 by 1080. The Fog Reveal template has a few different layers you can play around with, so structuring your design file properly will make your final design a lot better. These are all the graphic elements that you can add to the Fog Reveal template. Everything in this list is optional except the foreground and background images. The main elements in the Fog Reveal are two images, foreground and background. The foreground image is what is on the screen when no one is moving, and the background image is what gets revealed when someone moves or touches the screen, if you're making this for a touchscreen. In the case of this game, I only want the screen to change when people move, so you can see the skeleton. I also want this little light on the X-ray machine to turn on. I'll be outputting the foreground image with the skeleton layer turned off and the light off, and the background image with the skeleton and light elements turned on. Since nothing else in my image changes, the only thing the Fog Reveal game will impact is the X-ray machine. I'm saving these images as PNGs with black backgrounds. You can use PNGs with transparencies on every layer in Motion Maker games except for the background. Now that they're saved, let's pull these images into the Fog Reveal template and see how they look. Motion Maker's online templates are free to access, which makes it easy to test the game you're making as you design your graphics. I often go back and make changes to the design once I've tested the game in the Motion Maker template. It's good to test your designs often while you work on them. These look pretty good, so let's go back to the design file and output the idle image. All the new Motion Maker templates now include an optional idle image animation. This is a great feature because having a moving call to action on the screen really draws attention and encourages people to play with your installation. For this game, I'm just going to use simple text inviting people to see the X-ray. You need to save your overlay images as the same size as the rest of your game, which is perfect because you can just hide all the other layers and output the stuff that you want on that particular layer. Let's go back to the Motion Maker template and upload the idle image. There are some settings available for this, and you can even turn it off completely if you don't want to use it. If you find you're getting a weird flicker, like the image refuses to go away, make sure you've adjusted the timeout so the idle isn't trying to pop back up constantly. You can add a foreground mask on any Motion Maker template, which is handy if you're projecting an irregular shape instead of a boring old rectangle, or if you don't want any interaction to happen in a specific area. I don't need to install a mask for this game because I've already confined the interaction to the screen, but for some games that can be a bit harder to do. I plan to make a video just highlighting all the fun ways you can use masking sometime in the future, so I'll link to it here when it's online. The last thing you can upload to the Fog Reveal template is a logo. Because I'm going to add this game to our website, I don't want to stick a giant logo over it because we know you guys don't want our logo on all your stuff. But if you're making something for a client, you can put a logo on top of the game. Like the mask, it's just going to kind of sit on top of the game and won't be interactive. You can adjust the opacity so you can see the game going on behind it if you want. Once all the graphics are uploaded, you can play around with the sliders to control the speed, size, and pattern of the fog game. There's no hard and fast rule here. This is usually a trial and error process because we wanted to leave this game as versatile as possible. So there's no presets. You just have to kind of play with the sliders until you get something you like. I take screenshots of my settings sometimes when I come across a combination I really like. If you're using LUMOplay Pro, we recommend saving your Motion Maker game as a draft and testing it in your installation before you buy it. The online templates use a mouse to simulate motion, so they don't perfectly simulate motion reactions in every installation, especially because LUMOplay supports a huge range of hardware, and everyone sets things up a bit differently. When you actually run the game on your installation using the LUMOplay app, you may find that it responds differently than you expected. By testing this, you can change the speed and size of your interactions to get things exactly the way you want them before you make your purchase. You may also find that the colors look great on your screen but don't look as amazing in a projection. Using drafts will help you catch this and allow you to make adjustments to suit your specific hardware and installation setup. So if you're building a game for a commercial project, we strongly recommend using LUMOplay Pro and testing your Motion Maker games as drafts in the final installation before you purchase them. If you have any questions or requests, or you just want to share your project with us, please reach out.